Thank you all for being here today. My name is Ashley Bayonne, and I am the founder of Checkman Valley First, where community meets commerce. I'm joined here today by Sarah Grone, co-founder of Known and Noticed. Known and Noticed is a creative agency for purpose-driven small businesses and nonprofits ready to show up clearly and consistently. They're here to take the "I'll get to it later" off your marketing plan for good. Thanks for being here, Sarah. Can you tell us about what your business does and what services you offer?
Absolutely. I'm one half of Known and Notice. I have a co-founder, Marissa. We provide marketing services for small businesses and nonprofits. Both of us have a little bit of a background in nonprofits and love sharing their missions. And then small businesses who just have like a juicy story to share and need help getting it out in the world. So we offer everything from uncovering your brand story to brand visuals, website building, and then day-to-day operations of lead gen and marketing automations.
You recently transitioned from Impactful Mamas to Known and Noticed. What sparked that evolution, and what did you learn from your previous business that you're bringing forward into Known and Noticed?
Yeah, I think we're all in an evolution in business ownership and management, and Impactful Mamas really came out of a time when my kids were extra little and newborn, and I just fell in love with working with other moms who had their own businesses and needed some support and could really relate to all of us being in a stage where our kids were on our laps, we're working, we're fully accepting of the juggle of parenthood and business and really not trying to balance anything, but just blend them and like this full understanding that we can do it all or we can do as much as we want. As I'm evolving in my business and my goals, my family is getting a little bit bigger. This next step just feels really aligned with wanting to not only level up my own business and our systems, but work with organizations and businesses that are also ready to level up in the work that they do. So just a natural evolution, and then this new partnership with Marissa is just the right time.
It does seem like the right time. What type of businesses are you working with right now?
Currently, so I have a background in mental health and nonprofit work, and that's really where my heart is. And I understand nonprofit fundraising and communications deeply and love telling their stories in a way that draws other people in to want to support financially or with their time. That is really where my heart lies. And then service-based businesses who offer transformational work, who want to leverage their own personal story to infuse their marketing with and not just like this transactional thing that they're offering, but services that offer real legitimate change in somebody's life and make an impact through the services and knowledge they have to share. So that really means like everybody from an acupuncturist or a chiropractor to other nonprofit consultants who are trying to support nonprofits, an accountant, music teacher.
What does the strategy, the systems, the soul mean in practice? And why is that combination so important for the businesses that you work with?
The strategy is the plan, and the systems are how you get it done. It's the piece that you can put on automation so that you can step back into the daily work that you do,
Mm.
and things can run on autopilot, and you know that the you can be consistent because you have a system in place. And then the soul is who you are and why that matters and why people would choose to work with you over anyone else.
That makes so much sense when you say it like that. You focus on purpose-driven small businesses and nonprofits. What draws you to work with organizations that have a mission beyond just profit?
I love telling good stories about things that matter, and they make it really easy to share and really easy to build a following around. A lot of us who do mission-driven work have a hard time talking about what we do ourselves. We are generally fantastic community champions, great at supporting other people and not being in the spotlight. I hear time and time again from business owners and organizations that they need help getting over a hurdle in being able to describe what they do and why that matters and why other people should work with them or be involved or make a donation or become a client of theirs. One of my first brand mentors told me that it's really hard to read the label from inside the jar, meaning that like when you're in it so deeply, you're so close to the work you do, you have this familiarity bias where you can't explain it to others because you just you know it too well. Having a partner like us at Known and Notice to help you work through ways that you would talk about that and ways that would be aligned with an audience that you have and help mirror back all of the wonderful work you do in the world sets you up really well to share your story and your mission and market yourself.
I can see how getting that story out just makes people fall in love with the nonprofits or the businesses that you're working with, and then they won't think of anything else when they're looking to support or hire someone. What does it mean to show up clearly and consistently?
Being clear means that people can understand you really easily. They understand what you do. Sometimes we, as business owners, go straight to the services and the tactical stuff that we provide rather than the transformation
Mhm.
that our clients will get from us when they work with us. We go straight to like our service packages and descriptions,
Mhm.
not really putting ourselves in the shoes of our audience and the people we're trying to talk with. And when you're predictable and you're consistent in your marketing, people trust you and want to work with you. And without the systems and the strategy behind the marketing plan that you have, you're not going to be able to be consistent easily. Most of us didn't get into business to continually market ourselves. We got into business to actually do the thing we want to do for other people. If we can put our marketing systems on autopilot, we can buy back our time to do the work we really want to do.
Brilliant. I see so many businesses who are like, we just want to do the plumbing, or we just want to do the whatever it is. So this can really take a lot off of their plates. What are the
Absolutely.
most common marketing mistakes that you see small businesses and nonprofits making? And how do you help them when they begin working with you? How do you help them to course correct that?
To be honest, most people just want to, hey, we need to redo our website or we need to start posting on social media. We need to start emailing our people. And that's great until you get to the content and the storytelling and all of it kind of falls flat and like we need to rewind a little bit and dig deeper into who our audience is, who we're actually talking to. Does the content on our website and the layout of our website, is it accessible? Is it easy to understand? Does it use a lot of industry jargon or is it really conversational? So really slowing down and digging deeper into who you are, why you do it, beyond just like a mission statement or a tagline you created a decade ago, and what that really means for actual humans, especially in this age of AI and automation. Like it's easy to just like, hey, we're going to turn on this thing and it's going to go for us and that'll fix the problem. But really finding the underlying story and the message that you should be sharing that really connects with everyone on a human level.
How do you help people find that story, Sarah?
Through deep conversations, really good at asking questions about your brand, and then really taking a lot of time to explore your audience. I think your message can only go so far. If we talk about ourselves in a way that resonates with our own self or our staff, that's not as impactful as if we can connect the dots all the way to the person we're trying to reach and really understand who they are, what they're going through, beyond just like a persona or demographic list of somebody, but like creating like a deep outline of who we're trying to reach, and then maybe some audience segmentation if there's drastically different personas that we're trying to reach, but just genuine conversation.
Many business owners know they need help with marketing, but they don't know where to start. What is your process for helping them get unstuck?
We do have a questionnaire in addition to those conversations. So we have a questionnaire that asks a bunch of questions. One of my favorite questions to ask is, what do you stand against? So we talk a lot about like what do you stand for, what is your business for, who are you serving, but like what do you stand against, and like what hot take can you
Oh,
have that you want to do differently in your business versus your competitors or other people who have a mission. I feel like some juicy questions that are a little catch you off guard might dig
yeah,
a little bit deeper past the fluffy initial responses we have.
love that. Can you give us an example of what a marketing system looks like for a small business and then how it makes their life easier?
Yeah, once we know your story and we've outlined your audience, we can infuse your website with all of that and have really great SEO that really targets what your audience is searching for in your services or your mission. So start with a website refresh generally, not always required, and then have a regular system of blogging and email newsletters and social media that all work together.
For someone who is listening, who's been putting off their marketing, that's one thing that they could start this week that would help them to show up more consistently.
You could just pick a personal story and tie it to something that you offer in your business or start. I have a little notes app that I type into like some quick little notes of things that happen throughout my day where I'm like, oh, this is so related to something I wanted to talk about with one of my services or like a client problem that they just went through. And like, how can I create that into content? Pulling from the everyday stories that you have really brings yourself and your humanity into this work instead of just having planned out content. Choose one story this week that you want to share with your audience that they might resonate with. They might get to know you on a deeper human level. Just try it out. I think we're in an age where perfection is not expected and things that look too polished and too perfect are disregarded and like they're just the real humanness that we all have and making mistakes and going for it and trying something is a lot more attractive than like everything tied up in a nice little bow.
Yeah, now that you say that, I follow this dog groomer that just talks about her life, and it's kind of hilarious, but she's also vulnerable. If I had a dog, I'd go to her for sure because I just can't stop like following her stories.
Yeah, like, we want to be around good people who we get to know
Yeah.
and relate with and people we actually want to hang out with and
Yes.
we can share like a little piece of that online each week, whether that's an email or social or a podcast or something.
hmm
I don't know, share it, do it. We're excited to launch this new brand. We will be officially launching in the new year, but taking consult calls and answering all your questions before then. Yeah, excited to serve more people.
Excellent. Thank you for being here and answering questions that many small businesses are wondering as they operate day to day.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Ashley.